Hello world, Colin here with another episode of Harness Money, and today is Mother's Day. It is Sunday. I am about to go over and celebrate Mother's Day with my parents at their house, and I actually bought my mother a gift and some flowers, and I'm just very excited to go present those to her and see her reaction when she receives them. But this channel, I started this channel because I wanted to teach people how to build wealth. And there's no way that I would be here where I am building my own wealth without the love, support, and just knowledge that I received from my parents and specifically from my mother. She is an incredible person and has her own incredible story, and I think has been such an integral part of teaching myself and teaching so many other people about how to lead a successful, well-rounded, well-educated life. Both of my parents are from Oklahoma, but I have grown up in the Texas area and have lived here my whole life. And my mother has been a teacher. She is a teacher. She has taught in so many different capacities. She actually has her master's degree. I think she might actually have two master's degrees if I'm not mistaken, but she has her master's degree in education, and she was an elementary school teacher for, man, I would say at least 25 years, but then she's also taught in many other capacities. So she was an elementary school teacher, she was a private school teacher for a while, she was a tutor for so many years all while she was teaching, and then she's been a private teacher for several years now. But she's always been teaching other students, other people, and then she's of course taught me and my siblings. So I have learned so much from just watching her teach other people and some of the lessons that she taught me. It was an incredible environment that I grew up in. I had a very nice home, I had very nice schools, I had support and love, and just all of the things that someone would need to flourish and be successful. And I was taught the value of education, not just education as far as the school system. That was important, and it was always expected that I would go to college and that I would be successful in the traditional academic world. But I also became very aware that you have to teach yourself, that education is not something that happens to you. It's not something that is provided from an outside school system, that education really comes from within. You have to be able to self-educate. You have to be able to teach yourself. And I think that we're actually becoming a better society, and that all of the online education that's happening with YouTube and with Coursera and LinkedIn and all of these universities that are creating online education systems, that we are becoming better as a society about teaching students how to actually learn, how students actually teach themselves. I know that I had to learn wealth for myself, that I had to go educate myself about wealth and how money actually works. I wasn't specifically sat down and taught, okay, this is compound interest, these are stocks, this is how you select the best stocks. I had to go teach myself, and that was the best education that I could ever receive, because I solved my own problems. I found out what was I actually interested in. What were my financial goals, not financial goals that were told to me that I should do, that I should go become an employee, that I should go have a car, that I should go buy a house. No, I actually had to decide, what do I actually want out of my own life? And I feel like that my mother gave me the tools in order to teach myself. She always told me that I should go read books about all kinds of different subjects. So read books about science, read books about math, but also read fiction books, just stories that are fun to read, Harry Potter, and then also nonfiction, so biographies and different subjects. What kind of subjects was I interested in? So I've looked at all these different things, from biographies of famous people, of Roosevelt and FDR and Oprah Winfrey and Richard Branson, all these different people, all these different biographies, but also different subjects. Did I want to be in science? No, I didn't want to be in science. Did I want to do English and become a writer, or do I want to be history? No. That I was actually interested in money, in finance. I had to figure that out. It took me a long time to actually figure that out and become versed on the topic. And my mom was always teaching me, go out and be inquisitive about the world. See what the world has to offer. Take in all the different opinions and then decide for yourself what is true to you. And my mother always also taught me about being tolerant, that everybody is going to have a different view, that I'm very different from everybody in my family. Each person in my family has a very unique personality. My mother and father are more extroverted people, same with my sibling, but I am more introverted. I am more reserved and not one that gets energy from a lot of other people. So I had to navigate, what does that actually mean? What are my strengths and weaknesses? And both of my parents were always there helping me to develop those skills. But you have to be tolerant of other people. That I think because my mother was a teacher, she saw so many different students in her lifetime. She's taught hundreds and hundreds of kids that were growing up and had different personalities, that you have to accept people as they are. And just because they are different than you doesn't make them bad or doesn't make them good. It just makes them human beings, and that we have to accept everyone and try to get along with as many people as we can. That we don't have to agree with people, but we have to listen to people. We have to accept people. We have to work with other people that are different. So it has been a very interesting journey, but my mother also gave me all of the tools that I needed to be successful. I had a fantastic childhood as far as I had a very nice home to live in. My parents had 2 jobs, so we were middle class, but we weren't struggling to find food or housing or anything like that. I had a great school system. I had great friends. I had a great education, and it all set me up to become successful as an adult. I had so many advantages going for me that my mother and father sacrificed to give me. I saw my mother and father work long hours and work hard to provide all of these things that would eventually lead me to be successful. But you have to, at some point, take responsibility for your own life. As much as your mother and your father are incredible people, you have to decide for yourself, what do you want out of your life and how are you going to work hard to go get it. So that is really what wealth building comes down to, is that you have to make the decisions that are going to make you successful, that are not going to make your mother or father successful, but are more towards your goals, that are going to help you reach your financial goals. So go today, go celebrate your family, go celebrate your mothers, tell them that you love them, and do things to support. How can you support your mother and other mothers? How can you support mothers in this world? I do it through different organizations. I provide money to organizations that help new mothers around the globe and in the United States. But there's so many ways that you can be there to support these women, because when you support other women, you're supporting the whole family. Mothers support so many different people. They support their spouses, they support their children, they support their communities and the school system. I had so many moms that did PTA and were involved in getting children ready for sports and going to classes and things like that, when you support moms, you just support the entire community. So go show motherly loves and enjoy your Mother's Day. And remember, make good money choices. Till next time.